Whether you're a traveling full-timer or a weekend warrior camper, every RVer needs to know a few basic facts before cruising the open road.
In this video, we've got 9 RV driving tips every first-timer and you seasoned RVers too should know.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Abby, and this is RV Miles, your home for RV and travel news, national park updates, lifestyle tips, podcasts, and so much more.
With more and more people traveling the open road in an RV, we think that it's important that we all keep sharp on safe driving techniques.
But before we get started and before you head out on the open road, we'd like to thank Harvest Hosts for making today's video possible. With the camping season in full swing, now is the perfect time to become a Harvest Hosts member and start enjoying unlimited access to a network of over 2,500 wineries, farms, breweries, museums, and other unique attractions that invite RVers to visit. Support small business by checking out their unique products while staying overnight for free. To save 15% on your Harvest Host membership, head over to rvmiles.com/harvesthosts. That's 15% off a Harvest Host membership for RV Miles listeners at rvmiles.com/harvesthosts.
All right, let's jump in with the first tip. Go slow.
Don't be embarrassed to drive well under the speed limit on the highway. In fact, in many places, the towing speed limit is 5 to 10 miles less than the posted speed limit.
It can be really easy to fall prey to the pressure from other drivers to cruise at 70+ miles per hour. But the fact of the matter is, slower is safer when you're in an RV, and many trailer tires are not even rated for speeds over as low as 65 miles per hour.
Now, we get it. This may not seem very fast, but remember, you are in a large moving object and it is hauling a lot of stuff.
And yeah, you'll probably encounter drivers who want you to speed up, but you know what? Your safe driving speed is way more important.
Do not allow a line of cars behind you to influence your speed.
That said, be a courteous RVer when you can and utilize a pull-off. If you have a line of cars behind you, safely pull over to let the cars pass you. It's the law in some places.
And remember, you are making a safe choice on the road, and if they want to speed up and go around you, they most certainly can. Do not risk your safety for an impatient driver or two.
And another benefit of going that slow, even speed, you get better fuel mileage. From tunnels to overpasses to bridges to campsite lengths, an RV road trip is full of all kinds of interesting size requirements.
So it's important to know exactly how tall, long, and wide your RV is before you get on the road.
A great tip to find the height of your RV is to lay a 2x4 or other board on top of the highest point on the roof. Most likely that's going to be your air conditioner. Then take your measuring tape and go from the 2x4 to the ground.
Do this on both sides and take the average, especially if you are parked in an uneven parking lot or driveway.
Having an exact idea of your height will ensure you don't end up in a pickle when encountering bridges or overpasses.
An RV is no place for road rage, no matter how frustrated Dallas drivers make you.
From changing lanes to allowing people on from the highway entrance ramp to who goes first at a four-way stop, RV drivers will always find the trip more enjoyable and safe when recognizing that they are the bigger and sometimes more intimidating vehicle on the road.
Flip your turn signal on a little early just so everyone knows your next move.
Don't cut people off on the highway just because you want to go around a slower moving truck or another RV. And if you need to merge, give people time to make room for you.
Be mindful of what may upset you as a driver and do your best to avoid those kinds of situations. An RV is a wide vehicle, so being mindful of where you are in your lane is crucial to keeping you and everyone around you safe.
This can be a little tricky in the beginning, especially during the summer months when construction season is full swing. But eventually you'll get used to your width and how to line yourself up in your lane.
A handy trick is to find a spot on your dashboard that can help serve as a center lane marker.
The next tip is obvious to most, but not always to those who need to hear it. With 2 lanes of forward travel, stick to the right lane.
The right lane allows you space to figure out width and lane position since you have the shoulder on your right-hand side.
The shoulder also allows you to safely pull off should you experience a technical issue like a tire blowout.
You also feel less pressure going at a safe, slower speed than the rest of the highway traffic when you're on the right. And as an added bonus, you have the best visual access from your driver's side mirror.
If there are 3 or more lanes of forward forward travel, it's okay to be in the middle lane, especially in cities where there's a lot of merging and exiting happening on the right. But if you do stay all the way to the right, be more aware of entrance ramps, watching out for those merging who don't notice how long your rig is. Tailgating other vehicles should not be in your RV vocabulary. Keeping a safe distance from the vehicle in front of you allows you to brake in plenty of time without causing harm on the road.
Remember, an RV needs more time to come to a safe stop than a smaller sized vehicle. And if you're riding someone's tail and they suddenly brake, you will end up in an accident.
A recommended safe distance is 400 feet or 4 seconds in an RV. You will have drivers slide in and fill that spot. That's all right. You just slow down and put distance between you and this new driver.
You'd be surprised at how different braking in an RV is from braking in a car. RVs can be very heavy and it takes a lot to stop all of that inertia.
There's really no such thing as a sudden stop when hauling a few tons or more. This is why maintaining a stopping distance is so important.
Braking on a long downward grade heats your brakes up, and if they get too hot, you may lose them altogether.
Go slow and downshift to let your engine do as much of the braking as possible. The increased engine resistance in a lower gear will help slow your vehicle down while reducing the wear and tear on your brakes.
If you have an engine exhaust brake, use it. Using short, hard stabs at the brakes instead of steady pressure is the best way to keep from burning up.
RVs are long and wide, which means an RV's turn will be long and wide as well, especially when you take right turns, since you'll be up against the curb and the radius is smaller.
To safely turn your RV, watch your rear view mirror and keep as close to the center of the lane as you can. And most importantly, take your time.
Don't worry about the traffic behind you and don't feel pressure to take a right on red. It's an option, not a requirement.
Learn about your pivot point and tail swing and watch it in the mirrors as you turn.
Your pivot point is your rear axle. You generally can't begin your turn until your rear axle is clear of obstructions. Tail swing is the portion of your vehicle behind your pivot point, your rear overhang, that swings the opposite direction when you turn.
It is important you understand the tail swing of your RV before you find yourself driving downtown Chicago during rush hour, and the best way to do that is to practice before you get on the road.
Find an empty parking lot and spend some time practicing, using the white lines as your guide. A spotter can help tell you when you're about to hit.
So make sure you are listening to your spotter.
What are you talking about?
And while you're practicing turning, practice backing up and parking. If you've never driven a travel trailer before, backing it up can be the most challenging part of learning to drive it.
But once you get the hang of it, you'll be like a pro in no time. Just remember that your trailer turns the opposite direction as your steering wheel when you're backing up. Use that all-important and very wise spotter to help you park. Or get out and assess it yourself if you have to. When I'm backing up by myself, I'm constantly getting in and out, and I'm not afraid of how I look while I'm doing it.
Did you notice who wrote that last little
I
section
got
there?
it.
You got it? All right. That's our 9 tips on RV driving. But what would you add to this list? We'd love to know in the comments below.
And if you got value out of this video, we hope you'll hit the like button and consider sharing across your social media channels.
For more RV lifestyle videos, check out this playlist here, and we hope you'll subscribe to the channel and join us every weekend for our popular RV and camping news videos, where we help keep you informed on what's happening in the RV and outdoor travel worlds.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.